All right, 6:02, call the meeting to order. Everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So on agenda review, I do have an update when we get to it on the DES permit for Narrows Road. And I think there's a couple of non-public items here. The radio quote is on here. Anybody else have anything when we add? Karen, what do you got?
You may want to just add the tax rate.
The tax rate. And that's 17.15. What is that up over last year? What's the
84 cents.
84 cents. All right, take it. Okay. All right, so we signed payroll and manifest. Everybody got an opportunity to look at it. Minutes for November 4th, 2025.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from November 4th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We signed the 2025 tax warrant for the second half. We had the DRA municipal data assessment.
Do you have to sign that one? Or?
I think everybody signed that one. I think you signed it. So.
Okay.
If not, I'll sign it for you. One intent to cut. We're on Pineal Road. We had the letter of hire for the new highway. Yeah, so that puts him at 7 complete. So it's 6 full-time and 1 temporary.
And that, yeah, as you said, that's temporary. Yep. With the option, yeah, right? We can bring him. Well, we'll see what Sarah happens with Sarah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The chief is not here tonight for his proposed budget. The Granite State Clean Fleet application, which they do a monthly, but we did not make the cut this time. And there was a little feedback as to what we needed to do for a reapplication process. So is Jarvis's plan to do that for December? Or?
Yes.
Okay. And that's an 80% reimbursement, Karen? Is that what that one was? Okay.
And what is it actually going to do for us, the grant?
So we can replace
one of the diesel trucks?
The Max. So it's the 2 Max we could replace. He's going to apply to replace both, and we get 80%.
So it didn't go through the first time because it was missing some information or wasn't presented properly?
Each area you get points on, and so he needs to elaborate a little more, change some wording, and so then he'll just reapply again.
Okay.
What's nice is we can keep doing it until we get it or they run out of money.
Yeah, and they do have some courses and stuff on applying for grants and stuff.
Yep.
I wonder if maybe, I mean, I don't know how much he's done of it.
He could always stop over and see Danielle because she applies for the grants over there.
You know, I mean, there might be others too. Chief or whatever.
Yeah, I suggested also that he would reach out to another town that was awarded one and look at that document.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we had the proposal to move the panel from Charity Electric to solve the overloading problem on the back end. Karen, I don't think I saw that in the.
It was 5,500.
5,500. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Rick?
Well, I'm not sure what we have downstairs right now.
Yeah.
I know we did some work to it, but a while back. He's talking about replacing this one upstairs here.
Okay.
And I was kind of wondering what kind of service we have coming in here already. I don't know if we have a 2 amp service or 200 amp service, or if we're still back in the 150 or whatever. And that's just a sub panel off of it.
Okay.
I mean, I really haven't had a chance to look at it, but I mean, my first thoughts are is that we have most of our trouble with it in the summertime with the AC units, and I don't think we would want to put this kind of money into it at this time if we're still going to move forward with the town hall enhancements.
Okay. Because it could be throwing good money to bet.
I mean, we'd probably still be able to use it regardless, it just wouldn't be there, and so a lot of the labor probably we wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If we don't have, if we don't, it's because of the summer, we don't have to deal with it right now then anyway.
Right. I mean, unless it's an actual fire hazard right now, I would say we put it off.
Okay.
And I haven't had a chance to look at it at all. So.
And did it have something to do with the fact that this room and that are on the same?
It's the lobby and the town clerk tax collector's office that are all on one. I'm not sure. I don't think anything here. We have a separate panel. In this
Okay.
floor.
Because anything we do this side, we know is staying. Anything that side potentially be ripped out later.
But I mean, this place is pretty old, and I don't remember ever doing an upgrade. I mean, not that we haven't, but.
Any idea, Rusty? Because you were part of the.
That was a long time ago. Sorry, I know. Old age coming on.
I would say we
literally need one thing from you tonight.
I have selected things I want to.
I was going to say,
that's
we're
not
going
on
to
the
get from here.
That's not on Rusty's list for tonight. All right.
I think we should probably look into it a little more, huh?
Okay.
Well, I think we should table it until we
Yeah.
know what we're going to do here
plan
as far
is.
as the addition goes and see what we actually
I
have here now.
See what they can look at.
Because we're probably going to want to upgrade the whole. Probably going to upgrade the whole thing. Probably eventually. We're probably going to have to.
Okay. Well, for $5,500, you could also put in a heat pump unit back there. It's going to draw a heck of a lot less energy.
Right.
And might be a wiser choice. All right. So we got a new cruiser radio quote. It took me a little while to select the memory, Rusty, to remember the fact that when they came up to decommission, we'll call it Cruiser 4, the one that left, Paul did come back and say the radio was going to need to be upgraded. I do remember that. So she got
Upgraded or replaced?
replaced.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't upgrade them, but it needed to be replaced. I don't recall the whys of it.
Said something about it wouldn't fit. I thought the other one won't work or wouldn't fit or something like that in the new patrol car.
So she's got a quote for us at $6,700 for the Motorola radio, which is funny because the fire department and highway seem to be moving to Kenwood, and they want to get away from Kenwood and go to Motorola. So, and I have no basis on whether that's a good price or not a good price.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
That installation and everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's from Two Way Radio, who I understand does
Does
the
that have
radios.
anything to do with the type of service and connection that they can actually get with it?
Well,
The
I think
coverage, should I say?
it's the coverage. So I think it's the bigger wattage, and they have to. So it's where it's tough to compare. So the fire department's going to Lakes Region, they're going to Belknap County, and then there's the local channel, which we have a local car to car, and then we have a local through the repeater. So it has to be able to do all three, and then I think their mobile data terminals go through
Now
theirs as well.
this new and I might be wrong on this, but I think I remember this new tower that's going in over there on 126. I think when they came in front of the planning board and said, did their spiel and everything, they were going to put some kind of repeater or something like that for municipality fire and police. I wonder if we should.
Isn't our current repeater the one on Nancy's?
Well, that's what I thought too.
There's a repeater there.
Yeah,
It's on
Is it?
Hartshorn Parade.
that's
Yeah.
There's one up there. Question break. You're talking about FirstNet though through AT&T. Is what you're talking about.
Is that what it was?
Which I think was Stratford,
Right.
because that's what Stratford's on.
Yep.
I don't
So that
believe.
doesn't help us at all.
No, that doesn't. Not for what you're thinking of now.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the repeaters they're hitting are not the ones in town. The repeater that is when they want to talk to town highway or they want to talk to fire.
It's on Hartshorn.
So is there something better we can do on hot shots? Because all I hear right now is radio stop, you know?
Well, so-
I hear it from the fire department, I hear it from the police department, and I hear it from the highway department.
So I understand that a highway doesn't like to use the repeater because there's a 2-second repeater open delay.
They don't hit the button, wait, they just hit the button, talk immediately.
So they
So
don't
they get that.
they don't want to use the repeater.
Okay,
Fire, it's the portables won't hit the Lakes Region repeater, and that's why we put repeaters in the ambulance. I think both ambulances and the engine got a repeater, so they'll actually use the engine or the ambulances.
those guys said that they go into houses and stuff like that around here, and they have no communication in and out of that house with their radios. They've told me that several times. And I don't know if that's true or not.
Everybody's looking at it. I don't answer any questions.
Well, you know why? Because we're enjoying the look on your face.
Well, and let's give you all the information before you answer any questions.
I mean, I would say it's certain people, because if you listen, you can hear when it's not readable. You can't hear them. So,
Yeah.
but
Would you like to? Do you have something there to offer?
I'll just try to cue you into some things.
All right.
So you asked the question among yourself, Motorola versus Ken. All right, there's no question right today that Motorola has been a long-standing top performer in FM radio.
Mhm.
Things are changing in the world. Competition has gone strong. Kenwood's been a big, strong player especially in public safety. And right now, it's really a toss-up. The key thing is, what are the specs? Because you've got dash mount radios, which are radio in a box. It goes somewhere local to the vehicle location of the person that's sitting in it. And those typically are 40 to 60 watt radios. Your remote mount dash with a control head up front and the radio somewhere else, typically 110 watts. Now, this is all talking about the frequencies that we're working on here with the VHF high band. Installations are critical. Technicians have to know something, and they have to test. And the antenna selection is also critical because those little short antennas, they're red lights. Those have no gain to them.
Yeah, but they look nice.
Well, they're less, yeah. The longer with the coil on the bottom, typically, those are gain antennas, and they increase the output from it, but they also narrow down the scope of the RF signal, whereas the Unity, the short one, is a bigger envelope on the signal that goes out. So you gotta look at that thing. And unfortunately, in-building coverage is always going to be a critical thing. Because why? Most of these guys, and I dealt with this back in the 80s with Motorola, cops want to have their belt with everything on their belt, their radio, and they want to have a speaker mic, and they want to talk to the world. When you have it on your body like that, you're cutting the output power in half on transmit. The body absorbs that. It's called attenuation. And it just absorbs it. We can't talk out. If you don't have that radio in your hand, and you look at these guys, they're all wearing radio straps. So they're all slung over the shoulder and down the side. So you only going to get so much. Now, I haven't seen how they're doing with these particular repeaters they put in. I'm hearing that Lakes Region isn't hearing them, which tells me either it's not working, or they're not set up on the right channel of the board. I don't know which it is, but there's some training that you might need. But as far as radios, Motorola's always been, but they have gotten kind of greedy, I think. And my last conversation a few weeks ago with a good friend of mine who happened to be possibly an electronics board, he said, yeah, they kind of think they're pretty expensive. You get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other thing is all these guys are throwing radios away, and because they're not supported anymore. Well, the problem with all that concept is if they're still working, have a cap or reserve account that you can spend out of if something goes bad, And when it goes bad, then think about not worrying about putting new in. Whether that's wholesale change out, but that's a management thing, that's an opinion, so.
Right.
Just like,
So none of that really has to do with communication. That
Yeah.
We could standardize.
So the quote that she has does not have the wattage of the radio on there. For the Motorola one, it's an APX 8500. There's nothing.
8,500 watts.
That'd be a lot. I mean, it's usually, like I said, it's a 40, 50, 100, 110. Now, for the cruisers, it should be a 110.
That's what the
that's my opinion, because we're out here in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And when you wanna talk, you really want to get heard.
Mhm.
these look the same.
What's the number of it?
An APX 8500.
Yeah.
Because those
APX.
are usually 100 watts, 110 watts,
That's
which is the base plate.
include.
That's the in-cruiser radio, but you know, if it's a 40 watt, they're wasting their.
I mean, I doubt it for that price, honestly.
Yeah, I would assume it's much bigger
What
one,
does
but
it mean when they delete a band?
100 watts.
100 watts.
Delete UHF bands.
Because they don't use them.
The newer rate,
So why does it cost $500 to delete that?
so that they can work on.
Or are they taking it off?
frequencies, outs and and it's, when we're not band, we have low band, which is 30 to 50 megahertz.
Okay.
High band, which is 144 to 174. And UHF, which is like 450 to 470, and we go above that 800. The standard rate will stay on multi-band table, and they're doing the delete to take that out because we don't use UHF in this area.
This was always the biggest problem being cross-border between Vermont and New Hampshire, is we were on different bands. So we couldn't even at the time get a radio that would do
No interoperability.
both sides. So we had to have scanners for like Hinsdale. So we would talk, they'd hear us on a scanner, they would talk, we'd hear them on a scanner. It was about the most archaic way we could have communicated. One step shy of throwing rocks at each other. So what's the board's thought on the rate? Again, I'm making a, I couldn't tell you. I mean,
Did we auction off the old one?
I have no
Did we
idea
get
where
any
it is.
money for
Yeah, who knows?
Because that'd be nice to put towards the new one.
I don't know where it is. And I think that Nevo took it out, if I'm not mistaken. And now we're dealing with two-way radio, but Nevo says they don't have it. Is what's told. So two-way radio is going to provide the radio to Nevo to install in the cruiser, is my understanding.
And I guess it's going to be the bigger picture is you want to have 3 different vendors with radios. You want to try to go all one and have them look at the repeater here in town. And
Right.
That's a valid point.
so
Now, so two-way radio is supposedly where PD gets their radios. I don't know if that's
right,
now, then, forever. I don't know where they get their radios.
they bounced around different companies. Over
And then the bid that we just had from Jarvis, where was he getting his from?
electronics.
So he's
Yeah.
going somewhere else.
Not sure.
We should honestly have a vendor for the town.
Just I think it would make it easier, honestly.
And he wants a 40 watt instead of 110 watt.
Well, that's what they usually get up there too. Is those.
But if they're having a problem,
But I mean, but they highway. It's usually been like $1,200 for the radio. So not this. And I know he
About
wanted.
5,500.
Well, his was like $3,000
yeah, it's just
for highway.
Yeah.
And I know the one radio he wanted was digital. My question tonight was going to be like, will that radio work with what we have? Does Jarvis know what we actually
Right.
have here in town? So
do we, Karen, who, do we have anybody that takes care of our repeater?
that used to be. I mean, the only person I knew was Wayne Santos that ever did anything with that.
Well, it was installed by
He's not available.
I know.
electronic. Who's living here in town. If he's even still in business, they know where I am last time.
What's in the rest of the cruisers over there?
My understanding is Motorola. They have Kenwoods for the,
So they have the same one that they're quoted right now.
that's the same thing that they've been getting. Well, it's the upgraded version. We haven't bought one in. 3
Is
years.
there money in the budget for them to do that?
They still have enough left over, I think, in the cruiser purchase to do it.
Well,
Yeah, there's money for that.
I'd like to get the repeaters looked at and the radios looked at to see if, maybe get them on the same page or
So
get
why don't
somebody to service them or make sure that they are working properly. And we might as well just keep everything the same at the police station,
Which is, I think, what she's done with that.
It'd be good to look into it as well, because we don't need to get in a situation where guys, if they can't hear each other, we need to start upgrading if that's what
Yeah.
it's gonna take.
So Karen, we could probably give it to Annie to do if she's dealing with two-way radio. Is that who we'd want to come and take a look at the repeater? That's what they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Our other is OME, right?
two-way or over because they put it in. So either one with the repeater,
Okay.
they'll probably.
You
Did-
said Alpine put it in? They are still in business, I just looked it up, okay.
I don't know where they are.
But I think it said somewhere in the southern part.
All right.
But the point that you make about having meeting with all absolutely imperative that's what you follow, because
Yeah.
you've got multiple radios that operate differently.
Yeah.
And you jump in when you, the worst time you could possibly do communication, you have to transmit.
Right. Right. If you're gonna change them all.
And my understanding is this is going to be the float cruiser. This one doesn't get assigned. It'll be the.
Kyle can issue.
I mean, have a look at it, but honestly, I think just order the radio for the new cruiser.
Okay.
So they're all the same. I mean, but I feel like if whoever you go with OME or two-way, they're still gonna be able to service the radios.
All right.
It should be able to.
So let's have her order the radio, and then Karen, if we could reach out to Alpine Electronics, and if not, OME or. It might not be a bad idea to have a couple of people look at it and give us their opinion, because if one comes in and says you need a new repeater,
Something, yeah.
we're probably going to want to. But if we could do that before the end of the year, in case we need to do something and we can use it out of unexpended, or we can just add it to your budget. Okay. So what do we want to do on the highway truck? Does he?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
two radio.
I mean, realistically, if you really want a radio, you can take it out of truck too, because he's not using that.
And then figure out what we're doing on.
you can figure that out.
Yeah, I think that
We're
makes
not
sense.
Put money in to fix that.
Yep.
For the time being,
All right.
it kind of gives us time to.
So we'll take the radio out of truck 2.
Yeah.
And then we'll have, and nothing against the guy you picked. I'd rather we start getting one person that's taking care of the radios for the town. Okay. All right. So town hall cleaner, is that a non-public, Karen?
Probably would be.
All right. We have the highway diesel truck reimbursement. I saw we got that check. And that goes back into the capital reserve for the next.
After town meeting.
And it has to go in via.
Okay. So what do we do with it until then? Check sit on your desk?
No, it's in general fund.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's deposited.
Yeah.
As soon as it comes in, and it sits in general fund.
Got it. Okay. So we need a warrant article for.
Yeah, just don't give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. About 3 years from now, Priscilla will find it crumpled up somewhere. All right. And then the public auction, have we figured out that? Well, I guess which public auction on here? Is this the North County auction or is this the real estate auction?
Right, it could be both.
All right. Let's cover them both.
Perfect coverage.
So the North County disaster auction, we're going to call that. Where do we stand on that one?
On the stuff that was sold, but we're not giving it to. Do we have any more stuff like that?
Well, there was a check in one of the.
We got a check, but I think that check was for some of the stuff that we said you can't have.
Yeah, so I don't know what. And I haven't heard anything from him. And the last thing we knew is he was going to put it on Gov Deals.
Okay. Can we put Jarvis on the schedule for next Tuesday? We'll do his budget
Maybe it's right.
and we'll do this. Figure this out. Okay.
And don't worry, I've been watching for their November one.
Better not be any of our stuff.
Because there's one in November, December. So
All right. So we got that. There's that. Anybody have anything other new business before we go to public input? Before we go to Rusty? Rusty time, we'll call it.
Right. Karen, did you find out about the auction? And what we actually were able to take in on those 5?
No, so the good thing about this is we sent over estimates, but they will go through, and the auctioneers will go through each piece of property and then give us a figure. They're creating a spreadsheet right now so that the town will know how much they are actually able to have out of this proceeds.
Okay, because I thought we had actually figured that out prior to giving them those properties.
Well, we did for taxes, but there's other costs, that may be eligible in there, that they will.
Okay.
So we get, there's fees and a penalty.
Yep.
That the town can collect, and then they have a whole spreadsheet that they do. So we were in the ballpark.
Yes.
I mean, all the properties sold well enough that the town will be made whole completely. Is what it sounds like with West.
Yeah, we should be able to get 100% of everything that's available.
And then there's 35 days for anyone who bought something to complete the purchase. So we're looking at from them mid-December to complete all the purchases and everything else. So there's a possibility we don't see the funds until 2026, which may make it easier because if we got to check the last week of December, we're dealing with it in close of a budget year as opposed to it shows up into the next budget year. Make it a little different. So, I mean, the best part is it's $500,000 back on the tax rolls. And that's that was
Yeah,
pretty
but I
good.
want to pull concrete.
There you go. Might be a little cold.
So
Not for me.
I did get a call from Stu Arnett.
Oh, okay.
The person you met with regarding impact fees. He'd like to meet with the board on December 2nd.
Okay.
That's a regular Tuesday night. It's at 6:30. I don't know that any of that discussion would be non-public. I think it's all.
Some of it's all public.
Yeah.
I think that is. On that end. Mm-hmm. Gary?
Good.
I'm good.
Right?
You know my stuff.
Well, I think I'm good.
I am for once.
All right. At 6:26, we will open it up for the Rusty Reading Hour.
And that's beautiful in the recording minutes. I love it. It's so appropriate. Thank you, Rob.
You're quite. Mary Jane will edit that appropriately.
No, I don't have a whole lot of things to talk about, but I'm going to hit it on top. I think I wrote up the Prairie Hill that paving, is really nice, and it looks like my thoughts are is I didn't know why the town wasn't doing this overlay right along, but I think there were smart people who figured it out why it worked. Because I said we've already got invested in the road, why don't we try to just extend it? And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, I don't know what next spring's gonna look like or next summer's gonna look like, but the fact we're only gonna run when we do the next project, if we can get some life out of that for, I don't know what it is, a couple of years, maybe, I don't know, and have, be able to take some of that money and put it in my pet project, gravel roads. Perhaps, but they allow that engineering work, to work it out because it seems like it was pretty complicated and there was a lot of issues that were trying to be addressed. I just want to say it looks really nice. It's almost you can drive over and lose your teeth. So
Nancy Carr will disagree with you that it does not look nice because she owns no pavement on our shore.
well, apparently she must have been talking with Ed. No, just a little humor. Covered bridges and dirt roads will be fine. And no salt.
No salt.
But the next thing is that it's one of those concerns that you don't think too much about it until you get some wind and things happen. But the right of way on the road, we got a ton of big trees that are right on stone walls, not out in the right of way And, those pines, especially the pines, they get this fall, instead of the fall, we all run it out and they gotta tip over sometimes. I just think we need to start looking a little more at our trimming and our tree work. If we look at the beginning to develop a budget for next year, especially, because I think it needs to be a focus. If you've got people, some of that can be perhaps done with the staff. Depends upon where it is, how many trees we have, and what we're wired around. Because that's always the biggest cost. You gotta worry about the wires. But it just seems like we need to begin to focus because the state hasn't done us any good. We need to probably communicate this to our state representatives. Is that the forest laws prevent the right of way or that area within 150 feet of the roadway to be heavily cut. And so what you get is people have said to me, why do you guys live in tunnels? Well, it's because forest laws don't allow cutting, significant cutting, right up to the road. And now we've got, whether it's on state road, other than maybe the interstate, but on state roads, the town roads, and everything else, we've got hazards, overhanging branches, and just something to think about as you plan for the next year's budget and whatnot. Because if you don't do anything, you'll always have that same.
That's it? No, just a little disappointed that that's it.
I think we added a tree trimming line to the budget.
We
We have
I
that.
thought we had.
We do. It's like $5,000 or $10,000.
We were supposed to do. Jarvis obviously wasn't involved in this, but I know
Bill Creedy's.
Dan was.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to put together a list of all the trees that were in the way, and then come up with a plan on which ones we wanted to address first, which ones we had money for, and a line item for that. And I think we did, in fact, hire Dew last year to take a bunch down, but did they ever get taken down?
They did. They did New Road.
Right.
Dudes did New Road up on this end. Yeah, but they were ones that were leaning over because of the storm, but they came down and took a bunch there.
It's one of those things that having a solid manager in highway is going to hopefully give
Right.
to meeting with landowners, because some of these are, I will tell you, my neighbor across the street, I only have one neighbor that across the street, and he's from New Jersey, but off the bat we're in trouble.
Yeah,
Right?
things are going downhill right now.
Yeah. But he's got pines you can't reach around, right on the rock wall.
Yep.
And I look at him and I say, oh boy, normally the prevailing wind is coming from this side and going that way, so it's not on my house. But when they do stupid shit, you don't know where it's going.
I think that what you said about the highway manager being involved is good, and he should. And when we use somebody like Dew doesn't just go out and cut trees. He can tell you if a tree's going to come down or not. Pretty right to the money. He can look at them and he knows. So he is a valuable resource that I know would work with Jarvis in the town anytime.
Well, but it's not just about that. It's about actually having a database of what needs to come down, what is going to fall down.
Yeah.
And then a yearly maintenance plan to,
That would be working with the
this
town
is what we need to cut down.
And you also put plug in your design for landlord. You need to plug in power. All right. Everybody's got an estimate. And just an FYI.
Yeah.
Has Duke taken the ones out on full sledge?
I don't know who's taking those.
I don't know, but he was supposed to,
He was
right?
supposed to do that.
Yeah, he got the job.
Has he? I haven't seen it go though.
It came out of the FEMA money.
So we wouldn't see it.
Did they do that?
Did we do anything on Sam Clark Road?
We did do it?
Those are the other ones. Those are the ones that Bill Creedy.
No, it doesn't show that we paid him.
But the ones on Sam Clark Road, Fran was supposed to be communicating with Eversource on those because they're in the trim line. You know, there's one on Province Road that it's almost in the road at this point in time. It's so big, but there's no power lines. There's nothing. And when we did our cut, we'd already taken so many people were already mad at us.
And I know people call and the electric companies have a list. And so we could probably get that list. So if we know there's some already scheduled to be taken down because of power lines, then that was still
We got brush and tree removal, $10,000. We haven't used any of it.
I think what
And we have kind of the same amount in basis, but neither one has been touched.
Invasive. That's like Parade Road, right?
Yep. That's a lot of goats.
We can afford those damn goats now.
We'll buy two. Just so we can get some. All
You
right.
know when we can spend that 100,000?
That's right.
10.
So I guess we should look at whether we want to cut some trees this year. I mean, we spent it all last year. That's what we did at the very end when we did New Road. We used it for that. So
Have Jarvis look see
what he wants.
Any chance Dan actually did that list and did the research and put that in there?
I'm gonna go with no.
I haven't seen that.
So
definitely, yeah.
Well, we told him to.
So we should have that.
You tell a lot of people a lot of things.
Yeah. So we should have that and see who can get out there. And I mean, if not, we're going to encumber it, but we do need to get some of those down. Anything else, sir?
Could have used them for the roof over the.
So at 6:35, we'll close public input.
Over the storage units. We'll use those trees.
So DES permit for our Narrows. So Rodney has sent the information to Chase at Mitchie, where we have the permit with the deficiency, and while we're dealing with that, and they are going to look at it to refile it and get it through for us. So they have the original permit application, they have the rejection letter from DES, and they have the drawings. And just as a point of information, they said this was the 5th or 6th time they've had to do that for the same engineer.
Okay.
So it's not the first.
DES or Mitchie?
Mitchie. So they've had to just take one over and do it.
We'll deduct that.
We did that. Anybody have anything else?
I don't know, in public.
Oh, we've got a couple of non-publics because then we just have to throw Rusty out. They'll just get up and go. Quick meeting, Rusty, for you.
I got nothing to go to, so I gotta take care of one of the trucks. She needs gas. She wants to go right.
There you go.
And she will not pump gas.
Really? Really?
She'll ride around the circle with gas, but she won't pump gas.
The Tasker.
Yeah.
She won't pump gas.
She misses the old days when she could pull into any gas station. Some kid would come out.
Yeah. Thank you, Rusty. So we have all kinds of stuff.